Yun yung kampanyang yon na paaga when she made the declaration last February 18. So ang ibibigay ko po sa inyo ay national situationer. Anong nangyayari? What is the arena right now? Where are we going? And the things that we need to do. So unang-una po dyan, yung declaration ni BP Sara Duterte na bago ho ang arena, nung siya'y nag-declare, nung una siya ay defendant ng impeachment dahil sa declaration niya naging frontrunner. And I think that is a very brilliant move because anytime na titirahin siya, pwede mong sabihin na mumulitika ka dahil nag-declare ako ng maaga. So, nakikita naman po natin yung ginagawa niyang pag-explain sa SMNI and she will be doing that every week. Tumutok ko kayo sa SMNI at doon niya i-explain dahil ano ho ba ang doon sa impeachment court, napakahirap siyang pumunta sa House of Representatives to explain. Napakahirap rin ho ng defense lawyers to be allowed to talk. So, anong nangyayari ho? May naratibo, pinaltan niya yung arena, and then, pinapaltan niya yung paraan para maintindihan ng tao ano ba talaga ito. So, February 18, she ran. She was the first to declare. And then, practically, the unit team got dissolved. Wala nang pag-asa kasi before her declaration, meron pa nagsasabi na pakikiusapan natin si Inday, magre-reach out tayo. Ngayon ho, wala na yan. So, dissolved na talaga ho yung unit team, no? Huwag na niyong asahan na bumalik. Next slide. Makikita po niyo yung collapse ng unit team. Kaya po, hindi pa pwedeng ang ating framing ng messaging ay unity. Kasi siran-sira yun sa botante, no? So, nakita nyo, 2022, unit team wins a landslide, Marcos Duterte alliance at its peak. For the first time in presidential history as well as national campaigns history, may nakakuha ng 31 at 32. Okay? So, malalaking bagay po yan. Kaya nga yung sa amin ho, sa publicus, we're setting up and we're looking for the 32 million. Whether you register or not, we want to locate you and we want to find out where are you. Kung hindi ka magsasabi ng katotohanan, hindi ka makakatulong dito sa gagawin natin sa 2028. Mid-2023, naglasign ho siya sa lakas. Tapos, nakita na natin yung cracks. No? June 2024, Sara resigns as Education Secretary. That was 19 June. So, it was actually 1 year in office. So, makikita nyo na at nag-resign rin siya sa NTF-ELCAC kasi she was appointed by the President to be co-chair. By February 2026, she declared and permanently set aside the unit team. Next, the threats around BP Duterte's declaration. Number one is the impeachment complaint. Lumalabas ho at may nagpapalabas na she has been impeached. That is not true. In the first impeachment, the Supreme Court said null and void as if hindi siya na-impeach. So mali po yung may nagpapalabas na impeach na yan at second impeachment po ito. Ang nangyari po sa committee, hindi po siya na-impeach, no? Wala pa ho doon. Ang 54-1 is a decision of the termination on form and substance. Okay? So substance, so wala pang presentation ng evidence. Kaya nga naglabas ako sa Facebook ko na hindi siya impeach. Kasi meron pang 10-3-3. 10 days for her to respond, 3 days for the complainant to respond, and 3 days for VP to respond. So that's a total of 16 calendar days. The Supreme Court made reference of calendar days and session days. Kung titingnan niyo po ang kalendaryo ng Kongreso, magre-recess po sila ng March 21 for the holiday break. Kailan magsisimula yung 10-3-3 around that period. So technically, either ang House magkaroon ng session while in recess, na napakahirap pong gawin yan, at saka lalo na yung klima natin na may global na gera, mahirap naman pong mag-focus kayo na mag-focus sa impeachment. Pero handa siya. So nandyan yung impeachment complaint at saka yung ICC. Nakita po natin ang presentation of charges ay ginawa na. Sinasabi nila durog na durog ang Duterte. Ako ho, sa analysis ko, hindi ho. Kasi ang Duterte ngayon, through PRRD, became a global icon.
Yeah.
Pinag-uusapan.
Yes.
Diba? Whether mali siya, whether negative or positive, pinag-uusapan. At maraming nagsusulat ngayon, internationally, on the kind of strong leader that countries should follow. So, at lumalabas po, dahil dito sa Brave 18, ito naman palang si Trillanes kasama na naman dun sa ginagawang pagligaw sa ICC. Kung titingnan nyo po, ang storya ng Duterte tungkol sa how should I put this? Three characters, three individuals. Sonny Trillanes, who wanted to be vice president to PRRD, and he was given the door, no? Laila de Lima, who was jailed, and of course, babalik at babalik yan. So may mga personal na rason. Yung pangatlo ho ay si BBM, no? Bakit kailangan nating isama si BBM sa usapan? Kasi ho, wala naman hong pinakitang masama si PRRD. In fact, since the time of President Cory, pinag-uusapan na paano babalik ang mga Marcos. Okay? Parating may Pangulo, tinatanong, pwede bang ipalibing nyo sa libingan ng bayani? Anong ginawa ni PRRD? Early on in his administration, he chose to use his political capital to bury the guy at libingan ng bayani. So, kung ito hindi nasa isipan ng ating Pangulo, hindi ang problema kay PRRD, ang problema nandun sa Pangulo. No? So, history na yan, kasaysayan na ho yan ang nag-set niyan. So, kailangan po nating maintindihan ang mga bagay-bagay na ito na kahit sa international may Duterte pinag-uusapan, pag may kilala kayong international media, tinatanong, how will she be different from the father? So, internationally, everyone knows PRRD. ASEAN level, everybody wants him. Why? Because the mold of leadership sa ASEAN is strong leader. Wala hong nahahalal sa ASEAN na malamya. At pag malamya, naaalis. Nakita niyo nagkudeta, no? Sa Myanmar, sa Thailand, sa Cambodia. Strong leader talaga ang prototype ng leadership sa ASEAN.